Should Dilraba Dilmurat's The Sword and the Rose, which opened with a bang, get a sequel? With the official conclusion of The Sword and the Rose, this initially underappreciated series has bucked the trend, not only achieving impressive ratings but also sparking a long period of heated online discussion. On its final day, CCTV8's ratings peaked at 2.55, and each CVB episode ranked in the top 5 on CCTV8. Such achievements are nothing short of a miracle in the current competitive TV drama market. Many viewers even called it the August cool drama and clamored for a sequel. But this raises the question, should The Sword and the Rose, which opened with a bang, get a sequel? From being underappreciated to a nationally discussed drama, what made The Sword and the Rose so successful? Before its premiere, few people had high hopes for the series. First, its subject matter is unpopular, touching on social issues such as anti-trafficking, criminal investigation, and anti-human trafficking, completely different from the current mainstream idol dramas, fantasy novels, and sweet romances. Second, its creative team isn't a major IP or a major production, and the pre-airing buzz was far less than that of popular costume dramas of the same time frame. Third, the original script lacks a fan base, and if word of mouth isn't good, it could easily be abandoned by viewers. But it turns out that audiences underestimated the power of this drama. After its premiere, viewers were quickly captivated by the tight plot, realistic cases, and nuanced character portrayals. Far from simply seeking novelty and excitement, Sword and Rose revolves around the brilliance of human beings. Andy Zhang, even suffering from Alzheimer's, never ceases to care for her missing daughter. Ping Jiao, even in danger, strives to comfort and counsel others. Zhou Min, faced with painful memories, bravely chooses to recall them, solely to help the police solve the case. Kei Yun, after being rescued, continues to lend a hand to Xiao Chu. The kindness and resilience of these ordinary characters imbue the series with a profound humanistic warmth. It's more than just a crime drama, it's a social work that reflects reality. Thus, the reason The Sword and the Rose went viral isn't due to its suspenseful twists, but rather its realistic touch and emotional resonance. Dilraba Dilmurat's choice, from a rising star in period drama to a game-changer in realistic genres. Speaking of The Sword and the Rose, we can't fail to mention its lead actress, Dilraba Dilmurat. From Diamond Lover, Eternal Love, The Long Ballad, to You're My Glory, Dilraba Dilmurat's achievements in both period and contemporary dramas are well established. Her popularity have brought enormous attention to her work. But in the past 2 years, her choices have clearly shifted. In public prosecution, she experimented with the role of a prosecutor, tackling a realistic subject. In The Sword and the Rose, she even challenged the anti-trafficking theme, focusing on social issues. This transformation reveals Reba's ambition. She's not content with being a goddess of ancient idol dramas but instead wants to leverage her influence to speak out on issues that are often overlooked. For her, The Sword and the Rose is not just a TV series but a career breakthrough. Therefore, if The Sword and the Rose does indeed receive a sequel, it would be a very worthwhile option for Reba to continue. Jin Shijia's Iron Rice Bowl. Like Reba, Jin Shijia's performance in this drama is equally surprising. His portrayal of Zhang Xiaoxi's Andian apartment was deeply rooted in the hearts of the audience, but it also solidified their perception of him as an actor. However, in Sword and Rose, his portrayal of Changri, a tough, resolute character with a delicate emotional arc, allowed the audience to see his versatility. Combined with his previous role as Du Cheng in public prosecution, these two works undoubtedly established his reputation as a criminal investigation expert. Viewers commented, Du Cheng and Changri have secured Jin Shijia a stable job. Therefore, as long as the sequel story remains insightful, I believe Jin Shijia will likely not refuse. The pitfalls and possibilities of sequels. Director Lee has clearly stated that there will be a sequel. However, it's undeniable that sequels to hit dramas often encounter pitfalls. Classic examples abound. The Pillow Book, released after Eternal Love, was also a hit, but it's constantly being compared to it. The long-awaited second season of The Son-in-Law has left viewers both excited and anxious. The popularity of Please Feel at Eternal Love will be difficult to replicate with the second series. The problem lies in the fact that the success of the first season set extremely high expectations. Any slight dip in the sequel's performance could easily lead to criticism of lacking a footnote. This is especially true for an original script like The Sword and the Rose. Unlike IP adaptations, which have a story to build upon, the entire plot must be restructured, making it even more challenging. However, The Sword and the Rose still possesses certain advantages. A wide range of subject matter, real-life anti-trafficking cases are numerous, providing no shortage of story inspiration. Strong character ensemble, the anti-trafficking squad, the victims, the families, each character is well developed. Deep audience empathy, as long as the film maintains a realistic perspective, the sequel will remain captivating. Season 2 concept, cases, characters, and unfinished spaces. If a second season does indeed launch, which areas are most exciting? Extended case studies. The first season already covered real-life cases of human trafficking in rural areas, illegal dens, and abducted women. The second season could definitely introduce overseas recruitment traps, cheap licensed ride-hailing services, online dating scams. These new forms of trafficking are more relevant to today's society and can resonate with young audiences. Character continuation. Many viewers interpret Xiao Fang's inclusion as a continuation of Old Yin's spirit. His coming-of-age story could be fully expanded in the sequel. Characters like Aunt Zhang, Kai-Yan, Xiaochu, and Ping Jiao could also return in cameo appearances, creating a miracle crossover. Regarding Lin Ran, should she appear again? Some viewers have called for a reunion scene between Lin Ran and Aunt Zhang in the second season. But many feel that the blank space left in the first season is sufficient. Lin Ran isn't just a person, she's a spirit. If the second season becomes more specific, it would lose its meaning. A better approach would be to hint at her presence through details, such as a habitual gesture or a quip, allowing the audience to connect with her. Audience discussion, should we film it or not? On social media, two opinions have emerged regarding whether The Sword and the Rose should get a sequel. Supporters. As long as the original cast remains, I'll definitely follow it. The show shouldn't end until real-world issues are resolved. I want to see more cases, and I want to see Chang Rui and his team continue their missions. Worried. I'm afraid it'll be a poor imitation, and the good reputation of the first series will be dragged down. The biggest worry with original dramas is a lack of inspiration. Don't force it. It's better to leave a classic than force a sequel. This disagreement is precisely the inevitable choice that popular dramas face. If there's a second season, can there be a third? Some commentators suggested that director Li Lu could consider the concept for a third season while preparing for the second season, following the model of Tang Dynasty weird stories. The reason is simple. Human trafficking is a long-term, ongoing social issue, and it's impossible to fully address it in one series. Each work can focus on a specific group, a specific case, or a specific social pain point. For example, the second season could focus on online trafficking. The third season could shift to cross-border trafficking or rebuilding lost families. This type of serialization not only maintains the series' popularity but also ensures sustained public attention to the issue of human trafficking. Summary: the key to a sequel is staying on track. Should The Sword and the Rose get a sequel? My answer is, it's worth it, but it should be done with caution. The key is to stay on track. Don't overly pursue sensational cases while neglecting human emotions. Don't overindulge in romance for the sake of popularity, while diminishing the realities of reality. Don't rush into filming for quick results, but ensure the stability of the original team. As long as the first season's themes, judging the perpetrators and showing compassion to the victims, are maintained, the second season will be excellent. Furthermore, human traffickers haven't completely disappeared in reality, and social problems persist. The story of The Sword and the Rose is far from over. As the audience said, as long as reality still calls, the sword should always be unsheathed.